Hi everyone, so today we're going to be talking about our top 5 favourite table service locations in Walt Disney World, which basically means somewhere you sit down and have a meal that is brought to you. Is that how that would be classified?
I think that's how they define it. Yeah, I think that's what counts.
You sit down, you order from a menu, someone brings you your food, and then you tip. Tipping locations, that's somewhere you should tip.
Okay, so we're going to start with number 5, Crystal Palace.
I really like the Crystal Palace. This is actually the first time we've been to the Crystal Palace. I know people that have gone before. The thing I really like about it is you can get a reservation at 8 a.m. if the park opens at 9, and you get an hour early. And there's like no queues, and you get to be in the park early, and you get to see all the Winnie the Pooh characters, which I wasn't overly keen on at the time. But I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna I probably might say hi to them, and then that was it. And I was like, oh my god, it's Eeyore, and I just wanted to hug them, and I actually really enjoyed it. And they made you get involved as well, which I quite like because you hate getting involved and stuff like that. Regards to food, I really like it. I don't know if it's because we were the first sitting of the day that it was all really fresh, but there wasn't any queues for anything. We had a nice quiet section in the restaurant.
The food offerings were fairly standard Disney breakfast fare. There were potatoes, bacon, sausages, pancakes, waffles, syrup and fruit and all of that sort of thing. But there were also some more unique things as well.
There was, I think it was called Pooh's puff French toast. It was it almost looked like a donut, but it was French toast, and that was pretty good. You liked that one.
That was the first time I'd actually had French toast, and so far no other French toasts have lived up to it. So.
I think because it was more like a puffed pastry than necessarily it was bread, but it didn't have the crust, and I don't know, it was just different. And they also had a breakfast lasagna, which had the way I describe it is kind of a really sweet trifle, but for breakfast. It had custard, cake, fruit, but yeah, it was weird. It wasn't necessarily something I would have for breakfast. It's more of a pudding thing.
It was a bit much, I think. But we had a really great time and we had a really good meal, so this one's definitely on our list as it's a bit more of a different kind of thing, and you can get into the park early and you can take some nice photos on Main Street with less people there, and it was just a really nice way to start the day. So that's why we've picked that one.
So number 4 is one of my favourite picks. It is La Hacienda de something that it says across here. I can't quite get the pronunciation of the last word. To me it's Angel, but we Google translated it and it definitely isn't. So that's the one that's at the back of the Mexico Pavilion. It's got all the fairy lights, it's all nice and dark, and it's the one next to sort of the river, which is the sort of the ride that's there. I really like it because it wasn't what I expected. It's not I kind of expected Tex-Mex because I thought that was what Mexican food was. I was wrong. Tex-Mex is not Mexican. I had this really good mole chicken with rice, and they gave you nachos and dip, and I think it was a caramel ice cream pudding. It was really nice. We got put against the water, so I was waving to all the people in the boats, and I just really love the atmosphere. It's all dark, and it's kind of a little, not necessarily loud, but hustly and bustly, like a little village, and I really liked it. And you got all the Mexican music going through, and I just found it really nice. It was just really relaxing and peaceful in there, and I just this is good. And it's also my favourite pavilion, so really it was a win-win for me. You haven't been there though, have you?
I've never eaten there, but it's always looked like somewhere that was really cool, and I've always seen it going past on the Fiesta tour and thought, yeah, that looks like quite a nice place. I just haven't quite got around to it yet.
Good though, I liked it.
Okay, so moving on to number 3, we have Be Our Guest. We did Be Our Guest for the table service dinner in the evening, and it was an incredible restaurant.
Did I cry? I have a feeling I cried, or I almost cried. I got in there and I was like, oh.
You were really close.
Oh man, the guy was like, welcome to, what was it, Beast Castle, Be Our Guest? And then they opened the doors and you had the little candelabra thing, and it was we went to the ballroom, and I was like, oh my god. It was, yeah. And then the food was good as well, but the room, and then Beast came out twice, and he walked past us, and then at one point he tried to steal the dessert tray, which was amazing. And we had the best servers, I think, of the holiday. We had these 2 lovely ladies, and they were just always bringing bread, which I always appreciate. When the bread basket goes empty, they knew to refill it, and I was like, what did you think?
I thought the food was fantastic, and I thought it was a really good experience overall. I had a lovely glass of red wine, and I had some herb-crusted lamb, and we really enjoyed our mains, I think. I mean, the only thing that let it down was the dessert. We felt, yeah, that would be fine for a quick service lunch, but for a table service dinner, to have a choice of 3 cupcakes and a brownie bar type thing and a pastry, that's not really table service kind of quality food, but the main's more than made up for it, and the experience just carried it really highly in our list because we had an amazing time.
Number 2 on our list was the California Grill. This is on top of the Contemporary Resort, literally the very, very top, like it's on the roof, isn't it, basically? And the view from this place is insane. Like, you can see Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom. I think you can see a little bit of like Universal from the windows and things. And we got up there just as it was starting to get dark, so we could see it all during the day, and then when it got dark, all lit up, and that was really, really cool.
We mentioned this one on our list of top 5 places to go because it's an amazing place to go just to watch the fireworks. But I also really wanted to include this one on our table service list as well because I thought the food here was amazing. I had a flatbread that was made with like a very rich sort of dark bitter coffee type sauce with some kale, I think it was. And that was really nice. And then had an amazing bison steak as well that came with potatoes, asparagus, and a really nice jus. The dessert was an amazing chocolate pudding that had a nice twirl of chocolate all the way over the top and was presented really well.
Mm-hmm. And we got to watch the fireworks from the roof, and that was really cool.
Which is definitely a plus.
Mm-hmm. I really liked that a lot. So our number 1 spot goes to the Yachtsman Steakhouse. We almost didn't book this one because we really didn't know that much about it. I knew it's a steakhouse, but I was like, yeah, we'll probably have loads of steaks on holiday. Do we really want to go here, or do we want to go somewhere which is a bit more unusual, a bit more theming? Oh my god, I'm so glad we went. This was the best meal I've ever eaten in my entire life, and I don't even think that's an exaggeration. No, yeah, I'm standing by that. It was, oh my god, the steak was like melting in your mouth. I could have literally cut it with my fork. And it came with like, was it mustard mash, I think, or something like that? And then we got it with, we got truffle mac and cheese with it as well, didn't we? Which was so weird, but amazing. And then for pudding, I had like a peanut butter cake, and yeah, this was good. Like, I've not a bad thing to say about this place.
The filet mignon, which we both went for, was not too small, which I was expecting. I figured it'd be really small, but it was almost perfectly sized. It came with an amazing sauce, amazing sides.
Oh yeah, the sauce.
The atmosphere was incredible. We had amazing bread to start with, along with roasted garlic to go with the bread. It was a very nice meal, and it was an absolute surprise. We thought it would be good, but we didn't think it would be that amazing. We'd heard amazing things about Le Cellier and their steaks, so when that slightly let us down in terms of quality, we were a bit concerned about whether we would like the Yachtsman. But no, the Yachtsman absolutely was an incredible restaurant to eat at, so it fully deserves our number 1 spot on the list. As always, these are just a few of our favourites, so if there are any others that you think we've missed and that we haven't mentioned your favourite place, please let us know in the comments. We love hearing about new places to go. So let us know, and hopefully we'll hit it up on our next trip.
Mm-hmm. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye. Hey guys, we're back with another top 5 list. This time we wanted to cover our top 5 quick service restaurants in Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm.